Everybody in trucking loves to complain about cheap freight. But here's the truth. Cheap freight isn't the same for everybody. For some, it'll break you. For others, it's still profitable. Let me break it down.
Hey, real quick, I'm about to drop some game on this video, but first I want to say, if you're new to the box truck business or already in the game and you don't have a clear blueprint to follow, then you need to check out my free webinar. That's where I break down exactly how I built my box truck business from scratch. I go over the 7 mistakes that most owners make that cost them time and money, and I also show you how I use business credit to grow my operation without touching my own cash. So if you're serious about winning in this space, click on the link in my bio and watch the free webinar. Trust me, it'll save you a lot of stress. All right, now back to the video.
Go into any Facebook group or listen to any trucking podcast and you'll hear it. Man, these brokers are killing us with these cheap loads. And yeah, it's true. Some brokers don't want to pay you what the load is worth. You got companies like TQL that are known for pushing freight at low rates. And that's because they're telling the shippers they can move the loads at a lower price than other brokers. And a lot of drivers feel like they're getting robbed. But here's the thing. Cheap freight isn't black and white. Here's what most people don't understand. If you finance your truck, you've got a note every month. Your cost per mile is higher. Cheap freight can put you in the hole. If you bought your truck cash, your cost per mile is lower. And you can run those same loads and still make a profit while the next driver loses money. Expenses like insurance, fuel efficiency, and even where you run all changes how cheap freight really is. So when people say that load is trash, what they really mean is that load doesn't work for me. Now, I remember looking at a load on a load board and seeing a lane paying peanuts. I thought, no way that makes sense. Then I saw another driver take it. At first, I thought he was crazy until I realized his truck was paid off, his insurance was lower, and his cost per mile was half of mine. So for him, that cheap load still put money in his pocket and he was able to make a profit. For me, it would have been a loss or I would have broke even. That's when I realized it's not just about brokers being cheap, it's also about knowing your numbers. Let me keep it real. Brokers don't care about your bills. They don't care about your truck note, your family, or your bottom line. Their job is to move freight for the cheapest rate possible for that shipper. If you don't know your numbers, you'll fall for it every time. You'll run loads that make no sense and then blame the broker, when really it was on you to say no. So here's the game. Know your cost per mile, only run loads that make sense for your business, and don't hate another driver because they could run cheaper. It just means their costs are different. And don't depend on brokers forever, because long term, the real play is direct contracts. Cheap freight isn't going away. The only way to beat it is to know your numbers and play the game smarter. Cheap freight kills the drivers who don't know their costs, but for the ones who do, it's just another load. Now, if you want the full blueprint on how to protect yourself from cheap freight and build a trucking business that actually scales, go watch my free webinar. I'll break it all down step by step. Just hit the link in my bio for the webinar and I'll see you over there. Also, make sure you smash that like button, share this video with a trucker, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you know when I drop another video.
Thank